What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, January the 9th, National Championship game tonight. We have a 6-game NBA slate we're looking at for Prizepicks today. Yesterday's picks went 3-3. Plumlee hit, Maxey hit, Sengun hit, Tobias Harris missed, Collins missed by a little bit, and also Buddy Hield missed. He had 21 points, just one rebound. We needed at least 25 points and rebounds out of him last night or yesterday afternoon. But move on to today's slate. Got 6 more props I want to share with you guys. Let's get into it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. If the like button, subscribe if you have not already. And in honor of the National Championship being tonight, I wanted to give you guys one CFB prop as well as 5 other NBA props. And we're looking at rushing yards, Max Duggan, over 28.5. He's super aggressive. You know, he's going to be fighting for the first down if he's running. He's not afraid of taking hits. We saw him against Kansas State, what he was doing at the last drive, just running it all by himself, keeping his team in it. And, you know, against Michigan last week, he also got out into open space, ran. It's a tough defense against Georgia, but TCU has been a Cinderella story all season. They find ways to win. They find ways to be there at the end to come back. So I'm not expecting a blowout or anything. It should be a close game. I wouldn't be shocked if TCU happens to pull it out. And Duggan, he's going to be looking to, if they do happen to shut down some of his receivers, he's going to be looking to use his legs and do it himself. So I really like that rushing yards over on Max Duggan. Going back to NBA, first prop we're looking at is CJ McCollum over 25.5 points. He got the day off last game with the rest. That was after 3 straight solid scoring performances, 26, 28, 28. Couple in some easy matchups. Well, one easy matchup against Houston. Now it's not a bad matchup against Washington. They're without Bradley Beal, so it should be a close game. If not, the Pelicans should be able to win this game even without Ingram and Zion. Potentially, if CJ does what CJ has been doing, and just not having Ingram and Zion there, it's pretty easy that McCollum is going to take. Sometimes he'll take over 20 shots, get you close to 25 shots. Shoots a lot of threes. He can get to the free throw line, and he's an efficient player. So unless he just has a very terrible shooting performance out of the blue, the way he's been playing, this one should be right there. You might be a little bit of a sweat, but I expect him to cover, and we've seen him, put up north of 40 in one of the games where Zion and Ingram were out. He had his season high, I believe, like 45 points maybe. So he's definitely one guy I'm looking at today. Sticking with CJ McCollum. Next prop we're looking at is going over to points, rebounds, and assists. And there's a few that look pretty good. Actually, we'll go back to the points prop. There's another points prop I wanted to give you guys. It's in the Denver side, and this one we're looking at Jamal Murray, over 18.5 points. He's going up against the Lakers. We've seen how bad the Lakers' defense has been. They just let teams put up as many points as they can. They have been playing better recently, even without Anthony Davis. They've been able to stay in and win some games recently. LeBron's playing well. Westbrook's playing his best basketball of the season. He had a crazy stat line last game, 15 assists, 25-plus points off the bench. I believe the first player in NBA history to do that off the bench. And Jamal Murray, he played few minutes last game against the Clippers. He played some less minutes because they were up big, and the Clippers, they just rested everybody basically after the second quarter. All the starters kind of got benched to start the second half against the Nuggets back on January 5th. And the game after that, Jamal Murray had another good shooting or scoring performance, 18 points. See some red here, but I'm not really that worried about it because the matchup is just so good against the Lakers, and I'm expecting it to be a closer game. It's in Denver, but the way the Lakers have been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if it's within like 15 points, so you get full minutes out of some of these starters. Jamal Murray's done well against the Lakers over his career, over his last 5 games. He's put up 23 points, 21 points, 13 points in just 28 minutes, and then 25 points and 20 points. So 4 of his last 5, he's gotten you at least 20 points, and he's going to shoot some threes. He can get to the free throw line a bit. Even if you go past those 5 games, he had a 19-point game, 32-point game, 28, 25, 21. So that's 9 of his 10 games against the Lakers. He's gotten you at least 20 points. Let's see if we go back even further than that, if he's done anything. He had one 14-point game and a 32-point game, but that's going back to beginning of 2020. So 9 of his last 10 games against the Lakers, he's dropped over 20 points. I'm liking it tonight to get us at least 19 at home. So those are 3 props we are looking at. Going over to points and rebounds now, we are going with the guy that's been cashing for us. That's been Nikola Vucevic. His number is low today. It's at 26.5. He's going up against a Celtics team that plays, sometimes will play big with Horford. He's not that big of a center, but then they have Robert Williams back, and he's going to get his backup center minutes. So they'll probably have either Horford or Williams out there at all times, especially against Vuce. And he has done well against this Boston team. Years past, Boston's been struggling to rebound the ball. This year, not as much, with Tatum doing a better job rebounding, and like Jaylen Brown's been rebounding well, and with Williams there, he's going to rebound well. But I still think that Vuce, just with how much he's been crashing the boards recently, and with just how good he's been shooting recently and scoring. Last game, he only had like 8 shots. Both Levine and DeRozan went for north of 35 points, but Vuce was still able to give you the over in points and rebounds because he shot pretty efficiently. Go back against the games against the Celtics. He had 25 points and rebounds. Most recent time against them, I was back in November. In the beginning of November against them, he gave you a 24.12 rebound game. That's 36 points and rebounds. Before that, he gave you 41 points and rebounds. He had 20 points and rebounds in just 25 minutes the game before that. And then he gave you 33. I was back in beginning of 2022. He's playing well right now. Wouldn't be surprised if his number goes up a little bit throughout the day. But taking him over 26.5 points and rebounds. Going over to points, rebounds, and assists. This one we are going to Orlando and taking Paolo Banchero's north of 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's starting to kind of find himself again after missing some time and coming back and struggling for a few games. 3 straight really good scoring and just overall performances out of Banchero. The matchup against the Kings is a really good one. We saw what the Lakers did against them. They had 3 players put up north of 25 points, and it's going to be a fast-paced game. Both are pretty young teams that like to get out and run. Banchero had 35 points or 33 points against the Kings in the first meeting against them this year, which was the only meeting. Gave you 33 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists. Took 26 shots, and not expecting that much volume out of him shooting-wise, but even if he takes like 15 to 20 shots, should get the rebound, should be there, and he can give you some dimes as well. Like this over the way that he's been playing recently and just how good of a matchup it is against like Keegan Murray and Harrison Barnes, guys that just do not have the size to match up to him. And then for our final piece, Julius Randle, points, rebounds, assists, looks pretty good. We're going back to points and rebounds. You have Giannis at 43.5. I like him, but I'm going to Randle at 37.5. RJ Barrett is listed as doubtful. If he was listed as questionable, maybe I'd go to Giannis instead, but probably get at least 1, maybe 2 more times without RJ Barrett out there on the floor, and Randle should capitalize on that. He's actually struggled against the Bucks if you look at the game log, but this one is kind of just more on a recency bias, the way he's been playing recently, just with how much has been on his shoulders offensively. Rebounding, he's been killing it, and the minutes are just through the roof for him. 39 last game against Toronto, 41, 39, 38, 42, 44, 40. You're getting so many minutes out of him. He's a productive player when he's out there on the court, and you wouldn't be surprised if it gives you like 30-plus points scored. He scored 30-plus points in 3 out of his last 5 games, and the rebounds have been there, 11-plus rebounds in 5 straight games. So, love Randle. Today, even though the matchup isn't the best, just because he's kind of struggled against them, but I'm going with him at home. So those are 6 props today. Max Duggan, north of 28.5 rushing yards. CJ McCollum, over 25.5 points. Jamal Murray, over 18.5 points. Nikola Vucevic, over 26.5 points and rebounds. Paolo Banchero, north of 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Randle, over 37.5 points and rebounds. Thank you for watching. Let me know other props you guys like in the comments. Best of luck today, and I will catch you all next time.